Good morning, Ms. Bells. Algebra 2 class. I'm taking a look at this quadratic formula quiz, and I want to take you through at least part of the problems to get you started on them. Let's take a look at this first one, number 1. I'm looking at negative 3m squared minus 2 equals 0. All right, I rewrote it over here just on some regular paper, graph paper, and remember, they have to be in standard form. This is in standard form. It is set to 0. And we don't have a b value because I don't have an m by itself, or an x by itself, but they're using the letter m. So I do have an a value. I don't have a b value, but I do have a c value in this negative 2. Okay. Remember, we're just going to take these numbers and plug them in where we see these letters in the quadratic formula. I started to do some work here and I had the wrong numbers, but I wanted to show you this first one, how I'm going to set this up. So I have negative b. My b is 0, so it's just going to be regular 0 plus or minus square root of b is 0 squared minus 4 times the a is negative 3 times the c is negative 2. That is all over 2, and the a is going to be negative 3. Okay, so I just work this out. This is obviously going to be 0, this is going to be 0. So I just work this out, take the square root of that, okay? And the bottom number is obviously going to be negative 6, and then you just continue to work that problem out. And see if you can come up with one of these answers. What's nice is that you have multiple choice. So if you're not getting these answers, you know something is going wrong and that you need to go back in and figure out what the problem is. Okay, so let me get you started on number 2 with this equation. I have this equation, I just rewrote it here. And so your A is 6, your B is 9, and your C is negative 27. Let me get you started with number 3. Your A is 3, your B is 5, and your C is negative 13. And then once again, you're just plugging those numbers into where you see A, B's, and C's here. Work out what's under the square root first, to figure the problem out. Don't just plug it into your calculator because it won't work that way. Number 4, you did have to do some figuring to get it into this standard form. So, and I did that for you on this one to just get you started. But I didn't pick out your A, B, and C, so I want you to do that since, I did that for you the first 3. You have to subtract 12m from both sides. So now I have this looking properly as in standard form. Negative 3m squared minus 12m plus 10. All right. And then number 5, same thing. And I have it set to 0 now. I had to get rid of this 4, so I subtracted 4 from both sides. And so now I have 6k2 minus 9k plus 9, and that will equal 0. And then number 6, this is already set to 0. It's already in standard form. My A is negative 2, my B is negative 11, and my C is 105. Take those numbers, plug them into the quadratic formula, work out what's in the square root bracket first, and then that is a good start to finding some of these answers. I hope this was helpful, and good luck on this quiz.